Hey everybody, welcome to Tattooed in Business. I am your host, Brian Merrill, and this is Tattooed in Business, which is life through the eyes of a Gen X male who happens to be in corporate sales. I've been doing it for over 20 years. These are my life lessons, what I've learned, what I've seen, what I've done, what I've won at, and what I've failed at. So this week, I want to talk about why it's important to empower everyone around you, your employees, and how it will lead to your success. And that's something I truly believe in when you have people working for you. I've always felt this, when I was working for someone, how important it was to feel like I was empowered and I could make decisions and do things um, to better the company, help out, and whatnot. So we're going to go a long way around the lake, so to say, on this one. So I want you to think back, if you can, to when you were a teenager or even younger than that, and what it felt like when mom and dad told you how to do everything, what to do, how to do it, what format, everything. They controlled it all, right? And the feeling you had the first time mom and dad empowered you to make your own decisions, to go out, keep the car out, to drive the car, to all these things. Think about that feeling you had and what it meant to you to have that freedom, so to say, to be empowered, to be trusted to be able to do these things. It goes, the same thing is true in business. When you have people that are around you, if you're controlling them to a point where you have to sign off everything, see everything, um, truly control that they can't even think for themselves, make a decision for themselves, then your business will eventually fail because your business is you and you only. So if you were to walk across the street and get hit by a truck, your business is screwed. You have nobody empowered. You have nobody there that can take the reins and run with it. And if that doesn't scare you, it should. Let's face it, when we become entrepreneurs and we get into business for ourselves or with a partner or whatnot, it's scary. And if you say for 1 minute that, yeah, you're not scared about it, you're full of shit. Maybe if you've done this more than once, maybe you're not scared anymore. But reality is there's always fear, right? Because nobody wants to fail. Nobody wants to come up short on anything. We all don't want our name ruined. We all want to be able to keep moving forward and be successful and obviously make a comfortable living. But we don't, nobody really wants turnover, right? Like, we don't hire people with the mindset that we want to fire them. You understand it's a necessary evil and you're going to go through people to get the right people in mind in the right place, doing the right duties and whatnot. But if you don't empower your employees, you're going to struggle with that. You're going to struggle finding where they fit, finding what they can do right, finding your next leader. I mean, how many times have we watched um, sports and the star athlete goes down and everyone says, "Oh my God, what are we going to do?" And next thing you know, you got this guy swagger and walk in there named Tom fucking Brady, who becomes one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And he was a backup. All these things happen in real life too. I mean, it's not just a sports world. So sometimes when you find you have an employee and you're empowering them, you're giving them the power to make some decisions. Order, it can be as simple as putting in the orders, for what you have to do, but or to make a judgment call, that sort of things. But when you empower them, they feel wanted. They feel needed. They feel like they have some type of ownership. And and I get it. Not everyone feels the same way in life, but for me, that's huge. I want to feel that. Um, I wanted to feel that with several places. I've worked a lot of places, and I have a kind of a reoccurring theme, it seems. And the definition of sanity, of course, is you know doing the same thing over and over again, and thinking there's going to be a different outcome. Right? That's kind of the definition of insanity. My whole career, I've always known when I walk into a job what my role is. And it's never been a secret. Everybody's been upfront with me for the most part. My job is to come in, get new business, build a failed territory, grow something out of nothing. I'm not that guy who's ever been given an account list when they start, or given a start, or any, like it just wasn't ever in the cards for me. A lot of it has to do with um, I got into sales young with no degree, no uh, formal training at first. I mean, somebody always has to take a chance on me, and when someone takes a chance on me, they put me in a situation that it's either you freaking win or you're done. And so I developed a different mindset. I just had a conversation a few hours ago with why I struggle in life in general because being with somebody in a relationship or whatnot, because I'm always on. I'm always looking for opportunities. I'm always looking for something out there to help my career or help sales, or thinking about one of if this is a way I can help one of the people that I work with or for. And that isn't for everybody. A lot of people get sick of that, and I totally get it. I don't hold anything against anybody when they say, "Hey, it's time to get off this ride." But the empowerment is is so crucial to everything we do. So we have one of our guys that works for us. Um, he is constantly thinking different ways of doing things, how he can increase his productivity. He can lessen the rework. He can open up the workspace, change the workflow, uh, all sorts of different ideas. I don't ever want that person to stop thinking that way and to stop doing these things. So I have to empower him in order for me to keep him. Because if you give him the lip service, right, and you're a yeser and you just yes them to death, eventually they get fed up and they stop coming to you with ideas and thoughts. And that's the last thing we all want in life. You want to make sure that you have people surround you that aren't yes people, that think maybe a little bit differently, think a little bit out of the box, do things a little bit differently than you might have done it yourself. Because you're whether you want to admit this or not, you're not always fucking right. You don't know everything, and somebody even they may not have as much experience as you, but they may know something about this topic or this person or this business that you may not pick up on, something that you didn't. So the worst thing you can do is muffle somebody and stick them in a corner and kind of say, "Hey, look, you do it my way and my way only, and you're going to think this way, walk this way, do everything this way." You have to empower them to think out of the box. You can't get pissed at them and say, "Oh, I need ideas, guys," and then nobody comes to you. But every time they've ever had in the past, you've shot them down, nixed it, just totally or presented as your own idea. You want to make that employee feel empowered to come to you with ideas, thoughts, suggestions, accounts. I love it. I have a person I work with that they're not in the sales side of it. They see articles, they read things, they drive by a banner, billboard, something, and they think, "Oh my God, does Brian know about this?" And they send it to me, and they always say, "I know this is probably nothing, but hey, let me chase it. I will chase it and find out it's nothing." And I love that. I love that. There will never be a day that I ask that person to stop doing that because I want them to feel empowered to find things. And also, I want to make sure we take care of that person when they do uh, give us a good lead to something and whatnot. Um, I'm a big proponent of, I like the ESOP format. Um, I've never I've never ran a business as an ESOP. It is one of my goals to establish an ESOP company to empower the employees to have some decisions. And a lot of that comes from I want to surround myself with the right people. And I'm at a place in my life right now where I really feel like I'm surrounded by the people that I can take to the next level, are going to back me as I get them to the next level, and they can help me get to the next level. And I want to make sure that they all come along for this ride because they give me the strength and the power to do so. So I want to make sure I return that. I want to make sure that I'm returning that feeling towards them. That when they have an idea and they come up, "Okay, Brian, look, I've been printing with plastisol inks. I really think I want to go to water-based discharge." And I look at them and say, "Okay, tell me why." They tell me, and if they, to be able to feel like they can talk to me on that level, that I'm going to support them if it's right. Now, you know, all decisions in life, there's many factors that come into it, but I want these people to come to me with their ideas. I want them to feel like if they have an idea that they can run with it. And I'll tell them sometimes, look, you don't got to run that by me. You need to just run with it. And I'll fall on my sword if it fails, but that empowerment is going to lead you to success as a business, no matter what. I've seen there's a company in town that is old money. They're very well known. They're also very well known for not having a great reputation either, as taking care of their employees and whatnot. But they're loaded, total big money business. And fact of the matter is, they don't empower their employees. They control everything, and that's great. If that works for you, that's whatever. But at the end of the day, you need to start empowering somebody because you're not going to be here forever. And you think you're going to pass something down from generation to generation. God, I hope you do. That's always been my dream, is to be able to do something like that. But you have to empower somebody at some point to make those decisions. And if you're not cultivating them and growing them to a point where you feel comfortable with them to be able to do that, well, then that's your failure. That's not theirs. You know, I learned a couple really great lessons these last few weeks, and I haven't really talked about it on here, but I haven't felt well for over a month now. Something's just not jiving right in my system, but so my energy level hasn't been where I want it to be. My just enthusiasm is there, but I can't. But it doesn't come out as much. I'm not getting to do the things I want to do, and these are all my things that are stopping me. Nobody else is stopping me, and this is myself. And so I was having an issue with an employee that I didn't think we could fix it. And new eyes, new perspective, new person comes in and figures out where the flow needs to fit this person in, and now has been able to empower this person to take the next step on things, on other projects, giving them proper training, giving them the proper tools they need, and the transformation has been pretty astounding. And we talked about it today, and I hope that it continues to go this way. But it really is so important, when you give the people around you the tools to succeed and to run with things on their own, be creative. One of my favorite things to do, and I know a lot of businesses aren't really big on doing this type of stuff, but a small business you kind of can. I love to do these get away from the office for a certain period of time, powwows, lunches, team building things, just something to get to know somebody off the clock because I want them to be able to interact with me like a normal human being. And I know it's a dangerous place for businesses when you need your employees to still understand when it's 9 a.m. and it's time to go back to the day that you're your boss. And I know a lot of people struggle with that, but I feel done right way, these getaways, these powwows, these things like that, these rewards I call them, are going to take your employees to the next level. Um, the one guy I referenced earlier, I want to send him to a couple conferences to learn more about his craft and his trade. And the beauty of it is I say this: I don't believe in luck. I don't believe in coincidence. Um, we found each other again, and this person is a person who truly is passionate about his job, and that's the person I want to be with. They live, think this. They're not in sales. They live, think what their job is all the time, and that's huge for me. It's huge to know that somebody's always looking at their craft and trying to hone it and do more with it and learn more on their own time. That is the key to success in my mind. That's the people I want to empower. That's the people I want around me, and that's really what it's all about for me. So my GY6 brand, meaning I got your back. We got your six. That's kind of what it all really is about. Is empowering people so that I know they got my back and they know I got theirs, and they understand that yes, money does not grow on trees. I can't buy everything I want today, but I will, and we'll figure it out. As it comes up, we'll figure it out. We'll get the job done. But it's that empowerment is going to lead to my success, and I hope other entrepreneurs and small business owners see that as well and see those employees hey, recognize them. It could be as simple as some people just need to hear it. I sent my team a message this morning, and I truly meant it from the bottom of my heart. When I walked into the shop this morning, it was just it was awesome to walk in and have everything organized, clean, in order. They came up with their own system, and I walked in and I'm like smiling from ear to ear because I'm like, I didn't ask them to do this. These guys did it. They did this on their own. And they said, "Hey, Brian, this is what we came up with. This is how people are going to pick up their orders. Here's where everything is." And I was able to just bam walk over and not know anything about any job that was going on and going out, and I had it all right there. And they made me look like I knew what I was doing and in front of people, and it made my day easy. So I want to make sure they make their day easy. Maybe this is in response to me taking them out and doing a little brainstorming session with them. I don't know. I mean, but I got to tell you, you put the right people in the right position, empower them, and you'll have success. And that's the long way around the lake, guys. That's to get us to where we want to be. So, thank everyone for tuning in. Please check me out on YouTube. Check me out on Podbean for your podcast. And if you're not watching this on Facebook or on YouTube now, and if you like it, please make sure you hit the like button. Please share it. If you know anybody out there who can get anything out of this, please turn them on to us. Love to hear back from you. Please feel free to message me, email me, get in contact me any way, shape, or form. All right. So on that note, thank you for watching Tattooed in Business. I am Brian Merrill, and this has been another Tattooed in Business. Have a great weekend, and just so everyone knows, I picked Duke to win it all. I'm in fourth in my pool, so wish me luck. All right. Have a great night.